Hello everyone, welcome to What If Issei Random Stories in One Video Club Movie 1. Before we start, please go support Crave0 for writing that awesome fanfic. This is the translated version I made. There will be some wrong he or she calling here because it's translated, so let me clear this. Issei is a male in this story. Story 1. What if Issei was mistreated and becomes the warrior of elemental fire? First meet. A child of about 6 was seen bleeding from the forehead, and next to him was a brown-haired man with a bat. Mr. Haidu. Look, you little trash, I'm the one in charge here, you hear? Issei. Yes. He gets up and goes to his room, then he looks at the sky. Issei. Just 3 more hours and I'll get out of here. There he stood looking at the moon. 3 hours later. You can see how Issei looked at a photo in which there was an old man with a long beard and very white hair. He was Issei's grandfather and the only one who supported him in his shitty family. Issei. Goodbye grandpa, I promise that I will keep the promise I made to you and I will be strong to protect the people I appreciate the most. Then he takes out a blood-red scarf. Then he jumps out the window and runs away at full speed. Forest. 3 days later. The blonde girl of about 6 years old was seen walking through the forest picking some flowers while she was accompanied by some men in black trench coats and white fox masks. Guard 1. Miss Kunu, why are we here? Kunu? Why? Guard 2. It's very late at night and you know something bad could happen to you. Kunu? I know, but there are some flowers near here and they are very beautiful. I would like to give them to my mother. He couldn't continue because he saw blood forming a path. Guard 4. But what, this is blood and it is recent. Kunu? There must be someone hurt, we must go help him. Guard 3. All together to Kunu-sama. 2 guards started walking in front of Kunu and 2 behind her walking, seeing that the trail of blood came to an end, showing a 6-year-old brown boy bleeding and in front of him a wolf with a bloody mouth. Guard 2. It's a child, we have to help him. Arrest. Yes. At that point the guards rushed to eliminate the wolf, who moved to dodge the guards' attacks. At that point he looked at Kunu and lunged at her. Kunu. Guards Kunu-sama. In that they see how the wolf is tackled by something, or rather someone, and they saw who it was and they were impressed. It was the injured boy who tackled him fiercely and it was shown that he was hitting him in the face like a savage. Issei. Stop disturbing me. And he ended up killing him and was exhausted and ended up fainting. Guard 2. Wow, for a child, he really had a lot of strength. Guard 1. Not to mention his wound, let's quickly treat him. Guard 3. Yes. Guard 4. Is Kunu-sama okay? Kunu? Why yes, I'm fine. Guard 4. Let's go quickly to the temple, the young man won't last too long. Guards? Yes. They quickly carried an unconscious chestnut tree. 5 minutes later. The child was seen with bandages on most of his body and a wet cloth on his forehead. Tell me, how are you? Yakai. Apparently the young man is not well at all, he has not eaten or drunk in 3 whole days and apparently much earlier, I would say almost 1 week, and the poor man had a very bad cold and several wounds all over his body. Apparently he faced a pack and the wolf he killed was the alpha of that pack since he had scratches and bites all over his body. Poor boy, I wonder why he was like that in the forest. At least I am grateful that he saved my daughter from that wolf. Yakai. Don't worry Isaka Dono, the young man will recover in a few hours. Isaka. I'm glad about that. I'll go see my daughter. Yakai. Sure. At that Isaka went to a room and was thinking about something. Isaka. Poor boy, why is he like this? I will not be weak again. The brown-haired boy was seen still unconscious with his body bandaged, resting a little, but suddenly he opened his eyes and saw that he was in a room and had a bandage on his body. He thought something had happened to him and they kidnapped him. Issei. Shit, I have to get out of here quickly. At that point he gets up and begins to walk stealthily and quickly so he can get outside and breathe the fresh morning air. Issei. How long was I asleep? 1 day. Issei. Who said that? Then he turned around and saw a well-built adult woman looking at him with a smile, but something didn't please him. That smile was that of a mother and he always hated that smile because she was never worthy of one, or so her parents always said. The Haidu gentleman. Isaka. Hello, my name is Isaka, what is your name, little one? She tried to caress his head and when she did she noticed how tense the boy was and he got a little scared. That impressed her and she only had one idea of why his reaction. The boy was not wanted by his family. Issei. What are you doing? Isaka. It seems that no one has ever petted your head, right? Issei. Yes, where am I? He said it seriously, impressing Isaka even more because of the child's seriousness. It was like talking to an adult who had lived through suffering. Isaka. You are in my temple. If you want, I can take you home. Your parents must be worried. Issei tsk as if it impotent them. Isaka. Perhaps. Issei. I ran away to never see them again. Isaka oh I understand wouldn't you like to eat something? Issei. No I need to train to stop being a damn weakling. Isaka was more than surprised by how the boy was, apparently he didn't trust anyone. Isaka. I understand if you want I can help you with that. Issei. Thank you. Isaka come follow me. So Isaka started walking inside followed by Issei. 5 minutes later. In front of Issei there were some guards and a blonde girl whom Issei recognized and is the one that the wolf from the previous night tried to attack. Issei. What am I doing here? Isaka. Well I want to tell you something. At that, Isaka hugged him tightly and it was noticeable that a tear escaped her. Isaka. Thank you for preventing that wolf from attacking my daughter. Issei. You're welcome. Kunu was slightly blushing. Isaka. As a reward we will give you anything within our reach. Issei. Tell me who you are. At Issei's question everyone was surprised. Isaka. What do you mean Issei-kun? Issei. I saw how the blonde girl points to Kunu had fox ears and 4 tails, so don't tell me it's cosplay because I saw how they moved at will. Everyone was surprised and Yusaka looked at Kunu with a serious look because he told her not to take out her tails or ears while the boy was still there. Kunu. I'm sorry Oka-san. Isaka. Okay daughter Sai we are Yakais. Issei. Weren't those people with animal features? Isaka. Yes, how do you know? Issei. My grandfather told me stories. Isaka. Okay, I'll tell you everything and about the Great War. So Yusaka told him everything about the Great War of the factions until the death of God, those who were present or others like the angels, demons and fallen knew it, except those who joined them in recent years, and also about the Yakai race that lives in Kyoto. Issei. So God was dead. Isaka. That's right. Issei. And why did no one notice and they keep praying to that damn old man? Isaka was impressed by how he spoke of God she thought it would affect him, but it was as if he didn't even care about the existence of a powerful being. Isaka. Because the current leader of heaven, Michael, is in charge of that even though heaven was affected and its system dropped by 59%. Issei. I see. Isaka. And Issei, how come you were injured in the forest? Issei. They will see. Return to Kuo. Issei told them everything about his brother being the current security and pawn of Ria's Gremory along with his sister, and the only person who was his friend was a black-haired girl named Sana Shitori, and his grandfather Abram Haidu. Everyone present was surprised the Yakai guards were a little bad for the boy at such a young age, he had to see the truth of the world and had to mature very quickly. But Yusaka and Kunu were almost on the verge of tears as a child of only 6 years old suffered a lot. Issei. And that's it. He couldn't finish because Kunu and Yusaka hugged him and some maids who were there along with some guards. Issei was feeling something he never felt except for his grandfather love and a hug. At that point he started to cry a little and hugged them a little awkwardly. Several minutes later. Issei looked calm and everyone was comforting him a little. Isaka. Are you better? Issei. Yes I am, but I want to ask you a favor. Isaka. Which one would it be? At that Issei knelt down impressing everyone and what he said impressed them even more. Issei. Please be able to train in a place so I don't become weak again. Isaka was more than impressed then she came up with an idea. Isaka. Very well Issei, I will allow you to train with only one condition. Issei. And what is it? Isaka. When you grow up, you will be my daughter Kunu's fiancé. At that, Issei and Kunu blushed a lot. Kunu and Mama embarrassed. Isaka. What? He's a very cute young man and he has kitsune blood and well, he saved you, right? Issei. Excuse me but how is it that I have kitsune blood? Isaka. You see, I asked for some help and we gave you the blood of a Yakai. Issei. Oh, I see. Isaka. You will not only train, but you will study to not only be strong but intelligent. Issei. Okay, I'll be at your service, Yusaka-sama. Isaka. Okay, and I will train you daughter to be a good wife. Kunu. Mom. Isaka what? And that the whole day passed normally and then Issei's training began which not only mastered magic like a professional, but his strength was legendary, apart from that he had gigantic magic reserves so much that he could surpass a Mao. 10 years later. A 17-year-old brown-haired man was seen meditating on a magic circle, creating a sphere of blue fire, but it changed from fire to ice and air water. In front of him there were about 5 people, one of them was Yusaka, another was a blonde with fox ears and tails, a man who looked like a bear and a woman who looked like a dog. There. He's been like this for a week. What's wrong with him? Dog. Sure it's because he will return to Kuo, but for 1 week. Kunu. remember what he suffered 10 years ago. It is obvious that he spends a lot of time meditating apart from the fact that it increases his magic reserves. Isaka. Well, someone better wake him up and have him eat something before he leaves. Kate, can you? Kate. Yes, Yusaka-sama. Kate was a girl of about 18 years old with a Yakai dog complex, her dark skin and hair accompanied by her ears and tail. She is a friend of Yusaka and Kunu and tries to make sure that Issei does not have problems because not having sacred gear makes it difficult for him, but it did not cost her anything in 1 week of her training. She managed to have too many magic reserves. Kate. Okay, Isen, wake up. Issei. What's wrong, Kate-chan? Kate. Tomorrow you have to go to the academy Kuo, so today you are going to Kuooki. Issei. Okay. Isaka. But first we're going to eat and your Woru-san could bring him some clothes. He didn't change his training clothes. Woru. Sure, Yusaka-sama, come, Issei sent to get you some clothes. Woru was a man of about 35 years old who is a bear Yakai, and Issei's master trained him for 10 years and reminds him of when he was young because of his determination to stop being weak, and for Issei he is like his younger brother. Issei. Hello, Woru-sensei. Issei changed too much now. He was a teenager with dark brown hair with a light blue lock, his body well marked, his eyes changed. Now his left eye was light blue and his right eye black. He considered his family to be the Yakais and Azazel the leader of the fallen angels, also Kakabiel, whom they met when they had come here a few years ago to do some trade for the good of both sides, so much so that he considered Kakabiel and Azazel as his uncles. Issei had the Kuo Academy outfit but changed since on top of the jacket he had another one, but this one was a little shorter with 2 dragon stickers on the sleeves and a necklace with a sword, and he had 2 fingerless gloves. The next morning, a brown-haired boy was seen waking up with a 17-year-old Kitsune Kunu who began to fall in love with Issei, so much that they showed their love, and both were in a fairly luxurious 2-story house with 1 bathroom in each room that was about 4 for at least 5 or 6 people each. Issei. Yawn, wake up my princess. Kunu. New 5 more minutes. Issei. Damn, always the same, he whisper in the ear. Kanao, if you wake up now I'll walk around shirtless all day. And as if by magic, Kunu was seen holding her uniform, which was feminine, and she had her hair tied in a ponytail. Kunu. What are you waiting for? We have to take a shower quickly. Issei. Closet pervert, he said it in a low voice. Kunu. Were you saying something? Issei. No, let's go quickly and take a bath. Kunu. Hi. Well, that's all, and if you're wondering, Issei has magic reserves like those of a Mai or higher, and his strength is that of a Dragon King, and Kunu has quite a few magic reserves, but they don't compare to Issei's, and her strength is that of a supreme class devil. Resentful reunion. 2 people were seen in front of a class in which the men were looking at the girl with lust, but the boy was giving them murderous looks, saying, keep going like that, and I'll kill you with a spoon. Kunu. My name is Kunu and I come from Tokyo. Issei. My name is Issei and I'm from Kuo, but I moved to Tokyo for personal reasons. Teacher. Any questions? The OY1. Me. Prof, go ahead. The OY1. Do you have a boyfriend? Kunu. Yes, and much better than you. 20. That left the boys discouraged, but maybe he was lying. Prof. Anyone else? Girl 3. Yes, me. Prof, go ahead. Girl 3. Do you have a girlfriend? Issei. Yes, and it is the best of all. The girls were relapsed, but maybe she was lying. The OY7. And could you tell us who Miss Kunu is? Kunu. He's my prince and he's hugging Issei. She said this while kissing the brown-haired boy lovingly on the lips, completely breaking the boy's hopes, but not the girls, since they were thinking of seducing him. Teacher. Okay, sit somewhere free. After school. A brown-haired boy and a blonde were seen eating quietly under a tree, but then a blonde with gray eyes appeared, and as he passed by all the girls idolized him. At that, the blonde approached the couple who, when they realized he was a demon and one of the nobility of the 2 demons in charge of the city. Hello, could you please accompany me to the old building? He said it very kindly. Kunu was going to tell him no, but Issei took her by the shoulder, stating that he had no bad intentions. Kunu. Okay, we'll go. At that, the couple gets up and follows the blonde. 5 minutes later. Issei and Kunu were seen still following the blonde so that he would stop at some kind of abandoned house or something similar and then enter. Then they see how the blonde knocked on the door and they heard a female voice saying come in. For some reason, when Issei heard that voice, he felt like destroying the place completely, but he was already getting an idea of why he wanted to do that. The blonde opened the door so they could see a kind of office in which a 15-year-old girl could be seen sitting on a sofa eating candy, a redhead sitting at a fine wooden desk, and a brunette serving tea to the redhead. All of them were wearing the female academy uniform, so only one phrase appeared in the couple's minds: damn. Hello, I would like to know why Yakai is in demon territory. Who knew? It is none of your business what I do here. I only came to strengthen the alliance between demons and Yaukais. Rias. I see, well my name is Rias Gremory, future heir of the Gremory clan and sister of Sirzich Gremory, the current Mao Lucifer. The brunette next to me is called Akeno Himagina, and she is my queen. Akeno. Ara nice to meet you Miss Yakai. Rias. The white-haired girl on the couch is called Kaneko Taoju, and she is my tower. Kaneko. Hello. Rias. And the blonde who brought them is called Kiba Udo, and he is my knight. Kiba. Nice to meet you. Rias. Well, can I ask something? Kunu yes. Rias. Who is the human accompanying her? Issei was silent throughout the conversation, scanning the place with his eyes, and no one noticed. Akeno RR is a very handsome young man, tell me, do you have a girlfriend? Issei. Yes, and he is not a dirty demon from the Gremory family like you. She said it in a cold and emotionless way, surprising everyone, but Kunu more so, since she had only seen him like that when she found him, and it was difficult for her to make him trust her. Rias. What right do you have to insult my family, impertinent human? He said it creating a sphere of destruction. Issei. Don't you remember me Gremory? Let me refresh your memory Lulu Haidu, the bearer of the elemental arrow and Stephen Haidu, the bearer of the boosted gear and her beloved little brother without sacred gear. Rias. And no way. Issei. That's right, Gremory. I'm Issei Haidu. Even though it disgusts me to have that last name, I do it in honor of my grandfather. He said this while looking at Rias who was still in shock, but her nobility never spoke because they didn't know what they were talking about, since when did Stephen and Lulu have a younger brother? Issei. Now if you'll excuse me, I must retire with my beloved Bam. Rias in a few hours Princess Kunu will come with a special guest. Issei and the stranger looked at each other as tears began to fall from both of them. Issei. Sona. Sona Issei. At that point, they both hugged each other very tightly since they had not seen each other for at least 10 years. Issei Sona. I missed you, idiot. Reunion with an old friend. Silence was all that could be witnessed in the occult club room as Sona Citri the Ice Queen, named for her serious, calculating and cold attitude. She didn't seem to be that as she seemed happy and cheerful as she was hugging Issei. They didn't understand, but Kunu did as he told her that he had at least 2 childhood friends, a black-haired girl with violet eyes and a blonde with blue eyes with a scar, as he and Issei faced each other with katanas and Issei could barely fight him. Issei. Sona, really, it's you've grown too much, you're more beautiful. Sona. Thanks blushes you changed too. Issei. He 10 years of course anyone changes. Kunu. Ahem smiles tenderly Issei-kun what are you doing? Issei. Nothing just said hello to an old friend. Kunu okay it better be that. But suddenly a magic circle of fire appeared. Rias. Oh no. Then a woman dressed as a blue French maid appears and a blonde man in red clothes with a scar and smiling arrogantly. Rias dear, how is my fiancé? Rias Razor I told you I won't marry you. Razor. Oh come on Rias, you know that our parents allowed it and you don't have to. He was interrupted because he heard someone talking to him. Issei Razor. Is that you? Razor And who are you, stupid human? Issei. Razor, just as arrogant as ever, haha, you didn't change at all, did you? We lived together, we died together. Razor was surprised to hear that phrase, since only one person always said it. Razor bad boys forever Issei is that you? Issei. Who else would be Akatori? Come here and give your friend a hug. At that point they both approach each other and give each other a hug, patting each other on the back. Razor. God how long has it been? 7 years. 9. Issei. Idiot it was 11 years hahaha. Razor Sama who is he? Razor. Oh Gryphia, this is Haidu Issei, a childhood friend, he was the one who gave me this scar. Gryphia. So you were training? Razor. Yes haha the idiot knows how to handle melee weapons well. Issei. And how is your sister? Is she good? Razor. Hey you're not going to buck her. Issei. I didn't see him complain when we almost did it hahaha. But a terrifying aura appeared at that moment. Issei turned his head slightly like a robot to see Kunu who had an innocent smile, but it felt like that smile was more fake than Akeno's innocent one. Kunu Issei what do you mean you almost lost your virginity? Eos deserves a punishment. He began to create a sphere of celestial fire. Sona. Issei almost lost his virginity when it belongs only to me. Get ready because here I come. I started creating water whips and little dragons. Issei. Razor will you do me a favor? Razor. What? Issei. Tell your sister. Razor yes. Issei. I would have liked to sleep with her. Razor. Book you Issei, I hope you come out alive so I can kill you myself. And that Issei runs away like the devil himself and Kunu and Sona chased him through technically all of Kuo. 5 hours later. Sona. And that was what you told me. Issei. So rating game in 1 week. She's more than lost. Kunu. Ah, what do you mean, dear? Issei. She doesn't even have her complete pieces and she possesses the Red Emperor Dragon who unfortunately is my idiot brother and he is too confident which is why they already lost to that imbecile. Sona good point Ice-kun. Kunu. What did you call my love? Sona. As you heard. Issei. God, even if you're dead, why do I have to be in the middle of 2 girls fight? Fulfilling a favor. This would obviously happen after Rias and her entourage obviously lost in a very humiliating way, but oh well. Issei. So you want to collect on me for the favor from years ago? That's right, please, my friend. You know that I urgently need you to do it now. Issei. Hell, okay, I'll fulfill your favor, Surzich. Surzich. Thank you very much, I promise I will reward you in the best way possible. Issei. Okay, what time is Ria's wedding? Surzich. It's in 40 minutes. Issei. Okay, but don't compromise me with her or I swear that I will castrate you myself and tell Carol that you are unfaithful to her. Surzich. Anything but that. That's right, Gryphu is not married to Surzich and is in love with Issei. This smells like a 7u7 harem to me. 35 minutes later. Kunu. Issei, are you sure you're going? Issei. I have no choice, I promise Surzich, and tell me how I look. Kunu. You look very good. Issei. Perfect, it's time to go. Boy, don't forget to take me. Issei. Oh right, sorry Drago. Then he puts on a smart red watch. Issei. Ready, Drago. Drago. Of course, buddy, let's prove that we are the Hellfire Dragon. Issei. Very good. ID, it's time. Underworld. Demon. Do you, Razor Phoenix, accept Ria's Gremory as your wife, love her and respect her for eternity? Razor. I accept. Demon. And you, Ria's Gremory, do you accept Razor Phoenix as your husband, love him and respect him for eternity? Rias. I accept. Demon. Whoever wants to avoid this commitment, speak now or remain silent forever. He couldn't finish when the door was destroyed, leaving a cloud of dust preventing him from seeing who caused it. I oppose. At that point Issei appeared, looking defiantly at Razor. Ria's Razor Issei. Issei. Razor Phoenix, I challenge you to a fight. If I win you leave Ria's and if you win you marry her. Drago. Wow, you sure sound convincing, boy. Issei. Shut up, I'm holding back the urge to vomit. At that Issei winks at Razor and he obviously understands that it is acting. Razor. A simple human will defeat me, the heir of the legendary Phoenix clan. Surzich. Very well human, what do you want in exchange for your fight? You will be granted 3 wishes. Will Smith. Who called me? V. Issei. I want 10 more wishes. V. Surzich. No. Issei. Well, I want an infinite supply of pizza for a year, then about 100 million yen, and not to marry Rias. Surzich. Okay, but first break your mother. Issei. Razor Echo. Battle zone, don't tell me. At that point Issei is going to whisper in Razor's ear. Issei. And now what? Razor. I don't know, tell me, you came up with this magnificent plan. Issei. I know. Issei. Drago, please take my place because if I say it I will vomit. Drago. It's very heavy. Issei. Drago. Razor Phoenix. Yo, Issei will be the one who will defeat you and free Ria's Gremory from her engagement. Razor. So be human. Then they both started to fight, but in a way that was more fake than Rubius's tits V, since they both pretended to fight, but they didn't even touch each other and made noises as if it were real. Razor. Ah, you are so strong, I give up. All Issei. Poker face. 11. Issei. Nobody can beat me. Then they go back to where they were really. Don't tell me. Surzich. Okay, everything is ready at your house, anything else? Issei. I'm taking Razor with me to the hospital. This battle left me very injured. And that they both disappear. Home. Kunu. Hello Razor-chan. Sona. Hello Razor-san. Razor. Hello Kunu. Sona, where are the pizzas? Issei. Did anyone order pizza? The memory of the past. Rain. That was the only thing that could be heard in a fairly bright city, cars driving through the streets completely soaked, people well covered with umbrellas and some homeless people taking shelter in boxes or a garbage container, but we focused on a house that looked more like an old Japanese temple, but in perfect condition. In a room you could see a brown-haired man sleeping peacefully in a sizable double bed, but he began to sweat and slowly woke up. Issei. It's so hot, I better open a window. At that point the boy approached a window which he opened and felt the cool, humid wind on his face, relieving him. Issei. Ah, this is life, Grandpa was right. If you are stressed or can't stay calm, nothing but a little cold wind on your face will relieve you. But in that. Issei. And that. The boy looked at the sky, observing a shining light of blue color descending from the sky along with the raindrops. He continued descending until he reached a bush, revealing a strange artifact. Issei. MMM. The little boy jumped out the window and began to approach the artifact to take it and look at it carefully. Issei. Does this look like the boosted gear? But in that. Recognition code activated. Subject. Hi to Issei blood. Type B status. Good condition result. Perfect subject starting host union. Issei. Huh. At that the artifact began to join his arm as if it had a life of its own. When it finished joining, Issei began to change a little since his body received a small musculature not very noticeable like Gohan's in the Cell Saga. At that Issei fainted and a guard who was passing by saw him and immediately went to take him inside the temple. Then hours later. Issei. Ah, my head, what happened? Then he saw that he was in his room and looked at his body to be impressed by having that musculature since, despite having trained, he had no muscles, but he looked closely at his right hand since it had a strange tattoo. Issei. The mark of fire. According to my grandfather, each element has a mark, but why do I have the mark of fire? Because you are my carrier now. That voice was somewhat thick, but it was noticeable that he exerted some superiority and respect. Issei. Who said that? Look at your shoulder, idiot. At that Issei turns his head to see a strange crimson-red circular object and some golden parts, but the curious thing is that it had a particular shape. It was like a dragon with emerald eyes with a horn and wings at its side. Issei. And you are? Drago. I am Drago, the dragon of the Pyrus element. Issei. Drago. Pyrus element. Yes, of course, and I am a harem god soon 7W7. Drago. Throw me with that launcher and you'll see that I'm not lying. Issei. Okay. And that Issei takes the launcher that he had at his side and put the dragon in it. After that it shoots itself outwards. Well, the little bolt began to shine and blinded Issei, letting him see something that impressed him. It was a dragon of about 5 meters with 2 fairly large wings attached to its arms, a long tail with some spikes, and at the end it was covered in gold as if it were an arrow. Its emerald green eyes, its golden horn that shone with the sunlight, and its imposing presence. Issei. WW, what the buck? At that several guards came out of the temple and surrounded the dragon, but then Issei stopped them. After that Kunu and Yasaka came out. Kunu. Issei, what's wrong, are you okay? Issei. If I'm okay, I'll introduce you to Drago. Drago. A pleasure, beautiful maidens. Yasaka. But how? Drago. Summer. Note. Here Drago will tell the story of all the elements and the masters, about his planet Bestroya and about all his friends, combat companions, and all that. If you don't know the story, I will leave you a video of that later. Yasaka. So Issei is your carrier now? Drago. More like a partner. He returned to his Bakugan form. Kunu. I see, so Issei controls fire. Drago. Something like that, since with proper training he will be able to control it perfectly. Issei. So I will have great power. Drago. That's right, you'll be able to see all the fights through your telecommunicator. Issei. So this smartwatch. Drago. Exactly. Yasaka. But what do you mean, all the fights? Drago. For humans, we are toys to carry out small battles. You see, in some places in the world, Bakugans have already been created and tournaments, buildings, etc. have been built so that their companions have rivals, but these are not like us. They do not have the ability to speak or things like that. We are unique. Issei. I see, then I will become the strongest. Drago. I trust you, boy. Yasaka. How exciting. Kunu. I want to see Issei-sen be the strongest. Issei. Very well, let the training begin. All high. Somewhere in the world. Did you feel that? Yes, it seems that you have already found a partner. I am eager to see how strong you will become, Drago. Wait a bit, I'll find you and we'll have a fight that will be remembered for centuries. That's how you talk, buddy. New partner? And he fights against a weakling. It had been about 3 months almost since Issei humiliated Razor. After obviously that, the number 1 idiot, his brother, reproached him and mocked him when he appeared and made a fool of himself in that battle. Obviously he challenged him, and the hidden club was a spectator, knowing who had the guaranteed victory according to them, without knowing that they were betting on the losing horse. Flashback. Issei. What are you doing to me? Isaac. What did you hear, imbecile? I challenge you to a fight behind the occult club this afternoon. I refuse to accept that a weakling like you is still alive, but I will make sure to leave you 3 meters underground. Drago. And then God says that humans are his best creation. If they are like that, I don't want to imagine the lame or the deserters. Issei. And why should I accept? Isaac. Because if you beat me, which is impossible, Ria said that we wouldn't bother you for the rest of the year. Issei. What do you think, Drago? Drago. Tempting, too tempting to be true. If I were you, I would accept it. I mean, there are 6 months left until the end of the school year, think about it. Issei. You're right, it sounds too tempting. 6 months without having to put up with Ria's and her shitty entourage, it's paradise. Issei. What if I lose? Isaac. You will be Ria's obligatory servant. I told him it was a waste of pieces, but he didn't listen to me, so will you run away like a coward or fight? Issei. You tempt me, I accept. Isaac. Ha great, I'll gladly sweep the floor with you. When Isaac finally left the roof, Issei literally burst out laughing. The idiot almost fell off the roof from laughing so much. Issei. Ha oh my god, ha did he say beat me? Haha. Drago. Idiot, watch out. In that, something hit Issei in the head, as if it were a small rock, but thrown with great force, saving his skin from eating concrete and explaining why he is still alive. Issei. Occasion that hurt. Drago. Mate. Issei. What do you want, Drago? Drago. What hit you was Issei. What was it? He immediately fell silent when he saw an open green sphere. It was shaped like a phoenix. Damn, and now where am I? Drago. Skyrus. Skyrus. Huh. At that, the Bakugan Ventus, now known as Skyrus, turned around floating towards Issei's shoulder, meeting Drago in his Bakugan form. Skyrus. Hey Drago, how are you, buddy? Drago. Great, and your bird? At that, it seemed like they gave each other a fist bump with their wings. Skyrus. Well, I just came from Vestroya. Drago. How? Just now? Skyrus. Not all of us Bakugan went to Earth at the same time this time. Drago. I see. Issei. What did I miss? Skyrus. So you're his partner, huh? Issei. That's right, my name is Issei, nice to meet you. Skyrus. Storm. Skyrus. Bakugan bird of the Ventus type, the one you should fear the most if you are in the air, a pleasure. Issei. How strange, Drago said almost the same introduction when I met him. Drago. Okay, let's not remember the past. Skyrus. Hey, aren't there any more Bakugan with you guys? Drago. So far it's just me, why? Skyrus. Well, for softening my foe with your head, I will join you, and I will not accept no for an answer. Issei. He brings me the one he brought me, well, that way I won't have to spend money on Bakugans. Fine, I accept that you are our new partner. Skyrus. Great. Drago. Oh yeah. Issei. Well, it would be better to prepare ourselves. Skyrus. For Drago. Unfortunately for you, you ended up in a human school. Skyrus. Damn. End of flashback. Issei. Now I have a new Bakugan. I took advantage of my last break to buy Ventus cards and other elements, in case I find another one. I must prepare myself to show that idiot that he should not underestimate me, although I am in doubt whether to use Drago or Skyrus. I think Skyrus should already stretch her wings, after all Drago already showed off in the fights, now it's his turn. Then Pav. He thought all that while he walked towards the hidden club, more specifically, the back part that was like a small dirt field for training, measuring almost the same as a football field, although he already knew that he was going to destroy it, but he doesn't have to be confident, even if that ability of the increase is annoying. The idiot could use the Juggernaut drive, and that would put him in more serious problems, but it doesn't matter, since he also had a secret weapon in case it happens. Isaac was already waiting for him with an arrogant smile, as were Riaz and Akeno, while Kiba, Kaneko, Asia and Asara, since they didn't know anything about Issei's life, they didn't even know that Asara had a brother, and Asara, because she knew that Issei didn't have sacred gear to defend himself, and Isaac did, and she was afraid that he would hurt her little brother. Isaac. Ready, trash. Issei. Am I your mirror to tell me trash? Isaac. Damn. At that point Kiba stood in the middle of the field from outside, barely touching the zone. Kiba. Well, we have placed a barrier strong enough to withstand all the chaos they do, so do not hold back, we will protect ourselves behind an invisible shield, so release everything from yourself. Issei and Isaac looked at each other defiantly. Kiba. Well, let the battle begin. At that, Isaac, with the boosted gear already activated, gave him a rather powerful blow to the face that raised a cloud of dirt. Isaac. Ha pathetic as always. He fell instantly upon receiving a blow to the face that sent him against a tree. That blow dispersed the cloud of earth, revealing that Issei was still in the same place he was. He didn't move an inch, then he gave him several blows in vital areas quite strong. Isaac was lucky to be a demon, otherwise, he would have fallen unconscious or died if he were still a human. Then he kicked him in the jaw, lifting him a few centimeters off the ground, and then kicked him in the thorax, sending him against another tree, destroying it in the process as well as 8 others, and to top it off, Issei threw a fireball from his mouth hitting him. Isaac. Agdam balance breaker. With his armor activated, he launched an attack against Issei, who easily dodged each attack, but when he became a knight, everything got complicated since he managed to hit him several times, and he didn't count on the armor being very hard, which complicated things a lot for the brown-haired boy, since he broke a few bones when he attacked him, even trying to defend himself. He had to admit that the armor was very hard. Isaac took advantage of Issei's distraction by blocking his fists and sent him against a tree with a kick, breaking about 5 in the process. Issei. Damn. Isaac. Ha 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 ha, see? You will always be weak and that will never change, admitted. Issei. You're wrong, I'm sick of you thinking you're superior. If you didn't have that dragon, you would be nobody, you would still be dead. Well, I managed to get the strength of a demon, being half human, without the need for some stupid pieces. I will make you swallow your words and see the big difference between you and me now, Skyrus. At that, a powerful eagle squawk was heard that stunned everyone for 3 minutes, and along with that squawk, a very powerful wind appeared, so much so that it caused scratches on the armor, as if it suffered small but quite powerful scratches, as if they were blades. Everyone saw Issei with his fist raised, as if he were making a victory pose, and a strange green sign below and above him. In addition to the wind making its presence felt in a relaxing and calm way, as well as aggressive and dangerous a little mildly. Then behind him, the silhouette of a large green bird appeared, which was probably the cause of the squawk and the wind, not knowing that Issei had taken advantage of Skyrus's wind to slightly damage Isaac's armor with small wind arrows, in order to finish him off with a single attack. Skyrus Issei Ingram. When they both shouted that, Issei was covered by a small tornado which was passing by, revealing the brown-haired boy covered in a strange armor, and everyone would have sworn that behind him, a small portal to outer space was shown, and in the background, a bright red and white planet in the center. His skin now seemed to be covered entirely by green feathers, his feet were covered with what appeared to be bird legs, with golden claws, a tail like that of birds, 2 pairs of green wings on his back, and his hair now seemed to be made of feathers as well. His face was covered by a mask as was his torso, and his hands also with slightly smaller golden claws. Isaac. What the? He couldn't finish speaking, since Issei now had the advantage, because he appeared in front of him and kicked him with his right paw like a karate kick, although he rather gave him a claw blow, breaking a large part of the armor, leaving everyone in shock, since he barely touched him according to them, and destroyed a large part of his armor. Isaac. Damn it. Issei began to rise to start spinning on himself as if he were a drill, creating a medium-sized Tyrando which sucked Isaac immediately, and his screams of pain and Drake's boosts, as well as the transfers, could be heard. That tornado lasted 40 seconds. When it dissipated, Issei was still in the air, as if nothing had happened, but Isaac fell to the ground very seriously injured. Part of his armor had feathers buried in it, as if they were arrows, apart from the fact that it was full of scratches, and Isaac was not saved. His body had 3 feathers buried in one leg, arm and in his torso. In addition to a large wound shaped like a claw in the chest still bleeding, that was surely the deadliest of all. Issei. It's over. When he said that, which no one could hear, he lowered himself until he touched the ground and returned to his normal form in the same way as before. A small tornado covered him and disappeared after 10 seconds, showing Issei without a scratch now. Story 2. What if Issei was cheated by girls and creates Fast and the Furious family? The family protects each other. No more than 5 months ago, the beast of the apocalypse known as Trixa had been released, but thanks to Issei, Vali and the 3 great mass of the biblical factions, they sealed it again, leaving them exhausted. But after months, Issei discovers that the girls were cheating on him. It hurt him, but with the help of his greatest friends, he managed to move on, and on nights like the weekends they become a very crazy family. But let's stop talking, let's see what our favorite chestnut does. Location. Kuo City. Day. Friday. Time 20:59. Location. Japan. State. Bored. Issei is seen lying on his bed while talking to Drake. Issei. Hoya dragon. Drake. What's going on, buddy? Issei. Can I tell you something? Drake. Let me guess, it's about them, right? I see. Yes, I was wondering if they wanted to do that. Drake. Buddy, 1 month ago you forgot about those random people, and your friends helped you by taking you to many other places. Remember that each one of them is free on Saturday and Sunday nights. Issei. Haha, yeah, well, I'll call them somewhere else. A certain Siskin is seen talking to Ajuka. Surzich. Well, Ajuka, how about Issei's evil pieces? Ajuka. Well, for the time being. Surzich. I'm glad Issei forgot about them, and my sister was stupid, but oh well. At that, a magic circle appears in Surzich's ear. Surzich. What's wrong? MMM. Of course you know I would never say no to that opportunity. When the magic circle disappears, Surzic gets up from his desk and goes to look for something in a drawer. Ajuka, who is Surzic? Surzic. I'll give you a clue, holding back the urge to jump for joy. Ajuka, don't tell me that. Surzic, as it is. Hill and Surzic men's night. Zeoticus, did someone say men's night? Hill and Surzic Manbri's night. Zeoticus Surzic kill howling like wolves. And another side. Azazel. Really? Great, I'll let Barakiel know right away. Barakiel. Who was Azazel Sama? Azazel. Don't tell me you forgot what day it is today. Barakiel. Today is Friday, I'll go for the drinks. Azazel. That's right my friend, today we're going to celebrate like 2 weeks ago, haha. And another side. The boy who looked more like a woman was seen talking to a blonde man. Michael. And tell me Dulio, how are things going? Dulio. I've been following them and let me tell you that they didn't notice Issei at all. Michael. Those breeds, I have to calm down. Dulio. Of course ma'am, holding back laughter. Michael. Come here Dulio. Dulio, catch me lady. Before they could continue talking, a magic circle appeared in the Overlord's ear and he smiled. Dulio. Don't tell me it was him. Michael. What are you eating, what are you guessing? Haha. Get ready, we're going to sneak out at 11:55 p.m. Dulio. Great. In the dimensional gap. A large red dragon is seen flying in the middle of it and a magic circle appears. Great red haha, okay, there I see them. He said, turning into a human body and opening a gap to go to the human world. Somewhere else. Bali, Biku and Arthur are seen resting and a magic circle appears. Bali, okay, we will go there. Arthur. Who was Bali? Biku. Was that true? Bali. That's how it is today, men's night. Arthur. But what do I do if my sister catches me? We can't tell anyone what we do on Friday nights. Biku. Aside from that, Kuroka can smell our scent, you know. Bali. I took precautions, I made a spell so that Kuroka would fall into a deep sleep as soon as she touched her bed. Biku. Okay. Arthur. Haha, it will be fun. In the occult club. Two blondes are seen talking in a room that was Gasper's until suddenly a magic circle appears. Tiba. Okay. Asper. He, we see it there, Issei senpai. Tiba. Haha, do you think I invited those two? Asper. Knowing him it's obvious. Tiba. You're an egg. Asper. I hope Issei senpai doesn't get us into trouble again, he said it very embarrassed. Tiba. Come on, it was just once and you were the one who had the idea that whoever lost had to jump into the pool naked and in the end we all jumped in, haha. Asper. Haha, you're right. What they didn't know was that a certain nun heard everything and would go to tell the hair menstruation. Asia. Riaz Sama. Riaz. What about Asia? Asia Veer, I heard that Kiba and Gasper were talking about something that I don't believe. Riaz. Saying it can't be that bad. Asia continued to say what she heard from Kiba and Gasper. Riaz. Wow, I didn't expect that, but well, how about we follow them and check it out, it shouldn't be a big deal, she said it in a carefree way. Asia H. Hi, but you. Elsewhere in a castle. A blonde man is seen sitting drinking some tea until a magic circle appeared in his ear. Brazier. Haha, this will be fun, but how do I get rid of them, I got it. And another side. Sona Sitri and Asu Queen are seen talking while Saji was too bored until a circle appeared in his ear and no one noticed since Saji's girls forgot about him. Momo, Haruko. The others were outside and Sona and Tsubaki were focused. Saji. I hope I don't wake up in a public bathroom again, he. I deny with our chestnut tree. Haha, I'll wait for you and go to the meeting point. Greg. You're nuts. Already at night. Issei was walking towards a specific park where he died, but there were some people next to the fountain wearing elegant clothes. Azazel. Boy, you took so long. Issei. Sleep me, Michael. Haha, you don't change, do you? Issei Noop. Surzic. I hope this night is unforgettable. Happened yesterday. You could see Azazel, Surzic, Michael, Dulio, Avali, Biku, Arthur, Razor, Zeoticus, Ajuka, Saji, Kiba, Gasper and Issei walking towards a bar and laughing at ridiculous things. Saji. And they didn't notice that I talked to Issei. Surzic. It was obvious that Sona and Tsubaki know that if they play, no one, not even Serafo, can stop them. Issei. I agree with the Siskin. Ajuka. Haha, it seems strange to me that nobody had said it. Michael. Hahaha. Zeoticus. Hahaha, I'm dying, hahaha. Surzic. Even my own father crying and I'm style. Barakiel. Come on, you'll forget when we go out for a drink. Dulio, others will try to flirt, oh no, Azazel. Azazel. I don't know what you're talking about. Issei. Sure, and then why do you smell like high-quality French cologne, huh? Bali. And a touch of men's deodorant, not to mention that you washed your suit in lavender perfume. Azazel como? Valia say we are dragons, idiot. Zioticus. I don't think you can, Azazel, you need plastic surgery, hahaha. Azazel and elegance to you. Michael. Hahaha, you don't even have that. Tibba. When did we bring a girl? Asper. He must have come while we were talking. Michael. Hey. Riser, hahaha. Saji. How much longer? Issei. No much. Iku. I want to have something to drink now. Arthur. I'm not complaining. Tibba. Look, there's the bar. Issei. Are you ready? All. Yes, Captain. Issei. I can't hear them. All. Yes, Captain, we are ready. While in the occult club. Riaz, Sona, tell me what's wrong. Sona. I came to see if Saji was around. Riaz. No, I haven't seen him in a while, just like Issei. Asia, Riaz Sama, want to be that. Riaz. Sai, well, we'll go look for them. Kaneko, come on, let's go look for Issei and Saji. Kaneko. It's okay. Riaz. Akeno, tell Kiba to accompany her. He must be in Gasper's room. Akeno, hi, si Ratira. Sona. And tell me, how has Issei been? Riaz. He hasn't wanted to talk to us for 3 months, nervous. Sona. Really? That's very strange. Akeno. President Kiba and Gasper are not here, it seems they left. Zenobia. That's weird, Gasper wouldn't go anywhere. Irina. Maybe they went to Issei-kun's house. Riaz. Okay, let's go find them. 1 hour later. Riaz and Sona with their entourage failed to find Issei, Kiba, Gasper or Saji. So they searched the whole city and found nothing. Sona. Did they find it? Riaz. No, we already searched all over the city. Kaneko. I detected Issei-senpai nearby and he is not alone. Irina. What are we waiting for? Come on, he might be in trouble. Back with Issei. Issei and the others had already finished drinking and left a strip club. Azazel had an ice pack on his cheek, Vali was completely drunk. Why? Well, Surzich asked Tannen to give him a bottle of apple liquor, which is the only thing that gets dragons drunk. Saji. And how do you say? Issei, nobody play, everyone playing now. That's right, everyone was so drunk that if it weren't for being supernatural, they would have already fallen unconscious a long time ago. 1 day later. Issei is seen hanging from a tree as if it were a pinata. He was hanging from a fairly large tree branch and his other leg was hanging. The light of dawn hit him directly in the eyes and he woke up completely exhausted. Issei. Ah. What? Where the hell am I? Dragon. Adka. Issei, Drag. What a shit, look, it's coming, damn it. Then the branch breaks and he falls face first to the ground. Issei also, Iso Dolio. Drag. What happened? Issei. No tingo ni idea. Then he sees Kiba tied to a tree, almost naked, with his face painted with the word Devaza on his face. Issei. Takes out his phone and takes a photo, hahaha, whatever happened yesterday, this is too much. Braga, hahaha, hahaja, what happened to that one, hahaha. Azazel. Oh, where am I? Issei. Look what's happening to you. Azazel. What do you mean? Issei. Takes out a pocket dimension mirror and puts it on Azazel's face, looks. And that Azazel sees that he has a painted mustache and lipstick on his lips as well as eyelashes. Azazel, what the buck? Surzich, ah, shut up, my head hurts. Ali. If you don't shut up, I'll kill you all. At that point, everyone, now without a headache, gathered together. Saji. Well, can someone tell me what happened yesterday? Albion, no idea. Greg. How am I supposed to know, and most importantly, how did we end up on a tree? Issei. How would I know? Ali. Hey, where's the lazy guy in Big Red? Issei. Go on sleeping as usual, that lazy piece of shit. But suddenly a gap appears behind Issei, who didn't even notice, and from there came out a Redeed wearing a sweatshirt. Issei. I'm sure the bastard forgot and that lazy piece of shit fell asleep. Now I know why they call him the Dragon of Dreams, hahaha. All including Dragon Albion. Issei. Why don't you laugh or give your opinion and let me guess what's behind me, right? Oh yes. Red. So for you I'm lazy, huh? Issei. Yes, and what do you have? He couldn't finish because Big Red kicked him and sent him up into the same tree he was in. Razor. That's what you get for talking too much. Saji. What an idiot. Ali Kiba Albion. Don't even say it. And so when Issei got down from the tree, everyone left. Of course Issei gave him bottles so he could have fun and money for a club. Issei. Shit, what am I doing? Kaneko will smell me and know that I smell like women and they will all smell like alcohol. Greg. There is a trick that will save you. Issei. And what is it? Greg. Jump into the icy water. Issei. And where is it? Without realizing it, he was walking in the air and a bridge was at his side like in the old cartoons. Brag under your feet. Issei shit. Advancement. Issei, Azazel, Kiba, Gasper, Razor, Saji. Dale, Arthur, Biku and Sarerg were seen running and were chased by a wave of women. Razor bucking mother, why did I accept that this would be a good idea? Issei, shut up and run. Saji. I didn't think the pheromones of 3 dragons together would do this. But then they see a Cargobob helicopter approaching them and opening the back door revealing Michael. Michael, go up fast, we don't have much fuel. Riaz, Issei, can you tell me why you smell like alcohol? Issei. That idiot Racier accidentally bathed me in beer, that's all. Riaz. And may I know why? And what did you do with Riser? Issei. Shit, I got caught, what am I doing, Dreg? Dreg. Easy run, hitch run. At that point Issei jumps out the living room window and runs out to find Valier Saji. Lefei. Where are you going, Ani-chan? Arthur. I'm going to thinks Arthur thinks I have it, Issei told me what to do if Lefei caught me, I'm going to see Vali, see how he is, the poor guy got his penis stuck in the zipper of his pants, and I'm going to see how he continues. Lefei. Poor thing, say hello to him from me. Arthur, okay, thanks Issei. Hiroka, Issei-kun, you don't want to do it, flirty tone. Issei. You won't walk in 1 week, jumps on her. We're going on boats and boars. Issei was seen in front of Riaz, who was looking at him seriously since Kaneko told her that Issei stank of alcohol and woman. That impressed her and she decided to ask him. Riaz. Issei, tell me why Kaneko told me that you smell like alcohol and women. Issei. It's just that in the academy there are many women and it's normal. Riaz. And what does that mean, you smell like alcohol? Issei. MSDM Dreg ideas. Dreg. Option A. Tell him the truth but you skip it out of laziness. Option B. Jump out the window and go find Saji or Vali so they can take you to the underworld to hide. And option C. I don't know. Issei. I choose B. He shouted that, confusing Riaz, and even more so when he saw that he jumped out of the window, breaking it, and ran away. Riaz. But what? Somewhere else. The white-haired and blonde-haired man was seen escaping from a Nekomata. Why? It turns out that they discovered what they were doing with Issei, and he thought that they convinced him along with the leaders. Hiroka, come back here and pay for inspiring Issei. Vali bucking mother, Issei, where are you? Arthur, damn Biku, I swear I will kill you. In that, near where they passed, they saw Biku with several bruises and on top of him, stepping on his back, was Lefei. Biku, help, ah. At that he fainted. Back with Issei. He entered Saji's house like a flash of lightning, who looked at him strangely. Saji. Issei, that I kill you. Issei, Saji, we have to go fast, the cow breasts and her entrance of easy boars are following me. Saji, we have to go then. At that, they both ran as fast as they could, arriving at the academy, and saw that at the entrance were Riaz and her clan except Kiba and Gasper. Riaz. I know what happens to you. Issei. Shut up, cow breasts, they should be arriving soon. Bekeno. Who? Then they saw a helicopter above them, and then they went down some stairs and saw the one who seemed to be the pilot looking out, and they saw Kiba. Kiba. If you don't get up quickly, I'll leave you stranded. Issei. You took too long. Gasper. Go to the academy roof quickly. At that, Saji and Issei ran out, confusing the girls more, and saw that the helicopter was on the roof flying about 3 meters from the shore, and right away Issei jumped followed by Saji, and they flew away from there. Arena. But what? Zenovia. Finish. Bekeno. To pass. 5 hours before. Issei was seen talking to Kiba and Gasper. Kiba. Let's see if I understand, you're saying that in 5 hours you'll go home, and the girls will see you and Kaneko will smell women and alcohol on you? Issei, yes. Gasper. And you're going to go look for Saji at his house. Issei. Sharp me. Kiba. So they can go to the academy and we can pick them up with the helicopter. Issei. Exactly, and we will go to my legendary and precious ship. Kiba. May I know where you got a boat from? Issei. Azazel's gift. Kiba. Oh, okay. Present. Kiba, Gasper, Saji and Issei were seen in a helicopter. Then they see a 2-meter yacht with bright green lights and 2 parking spaces, or whatever they call the helicopter parking. Saji, but. Gasper. What? Kiba, damn. Issei, I present to you El Gigaman. 5 minutes later. Issei, Saji, Kiba and Gasper were seen relaxing, and then Saji farted. Issei, how disgusting, son of a hitch. Kiba. But what did you eat? Gasper, Buck, I'm dying. Saji. I have problems. Another 5 minutes later. Issei. How about we call Auden? Saji. Yes, but someone else, someone who understands us and is looking forward to that. Kiba. Someone who wishes him better than anyone else. Gasper. Someone who would die to do it. Ball. Azazel. Grigory. Azazel was seen drinking wine from France until he received an invitation with a stamp which had Issei giving the finger. Note. Hi old virgin, I was wondering if you wanted to come to Gigaman to celebrate, you know, boats and boars, what do you say? Azazel. Looking for the Vaselina. Asgard. Odin was seen trying to spy on the Valkyries bathing until a letter appears. Note. Hi old pervert, I was wondering if you wanted to come to Gigaman to celebrate, you know, boats and boars, what do you say? Odin. As long as they are good obviously. Back with the Gigaman. Issei. Ready hahaha are you ready yet have you invited the boars Saji? Saji. Yes and by the way Ajuka invite him here. Issei. Perfect. Then a lot of women with amazing bodies arrive and Ajuka, Azazel and Odin arrive. Odin. Let the party begin. Kill. Costume the drug. Azazel. I'll take the vaccine. Dibba. And I'll take care of the food and drinks. Michael the idiot, Azazel the pedophile, Surzich the troll and Issei the Russian. In Fortnite. The team was seen composed of an astronaut skin, the Christmas cookie, and that of a muscular old man whose name I don't know, damn it, and the avatar of the dark being that's right, they were Michael for the astronaut, Surzich for the muscular old man, Azazel for the cookie, and Issei as the dark being. Issei. Crap Michael hurry up and build otherwise we won't have anywhere to kill them. Michael I told you I'm new to this. Azazel you just have to press right click and release it to throw the builder grenade, is it that difficult? Surzich they're coming. In that, Issei knocks out one with an op, Azazel shoots another with a shotgun, and Surzich with a Scar H kills one, while Michael shoots with a P90, but with 3 health. Michael damn almost killed me. Azazel. He had a common weapon and you had a rare one. Don't be bad. Issei. Shit, I barely have any bullets left in the op. Michael Ami, 189 replies extras. Surzich. For now 289. Azazel 58. Issei 18. But then King Tomato appears and kills Azazel and Surzich knocking out Michael, leaving only him and Issei. Issei. Oh shit oh shit oh shit oh shit. King Tomate prepare your anos. Issei. No no Noro no 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 shoots like crazy. King 89, horsepower 53 shield. Issei. 54 horsepower 23 shield. Bullets none. But then Issei takes out a shield potion and a bazooka. King Tomato shit. Issei. You messed with my area. King Tomato. What area? Issei my cave zone. Then he fires the missile, killing him, leaving him as the only survivor, apart from Michael. Michael. Help me, damn it I want to dance the victory dance. But Issei only starts dancing the Katsuki kick. Captain reference. Yes I understood the reference. But in that. Leo. You guys are out of time. Issei. Oh, so ready. Leo. I'm going to close now. Azazel okay thanks Leo. Leo. Damn it and remember not to search for Noper on the PC again. Azazel. I don't promise anything haha. Surzich idiot. Michael. I agree. 5 Doritos later. Issei was seen running with Azazel, Michael and Surzich while they were being chased by the police. Azazel Issei you're an idiot why the buck did you even think of spanking that girl? Issei I didn't see that he complained. Surzich. But she had to be a singer. Issei yo how do you know? Michael curse Michael help us please. Azazel Surzich Issei you're an idiot. They discover us we're all going to hell. Issei and Saji were seen in front of Riaz and her peerage, along with Sona and her peerage. Riaz. So that's what you always did without us realizing it. Bekeno Fufu you deserve a punishment ice kun. Kaneko. It's obvious that you're still the same pervert as always. Zenobia. You disgust me. I hope our children don't have that attitude of yours. Issei. Our children. Who said I wanted something with you? Zenobia was shocked, but everyone was surprised. Issei. A punishment huh? I think the one who deserves one is you, don't you think? Riaz. Issei shut up I don't like your attitude. Issei. And what do you care about what I do or how I act, huh? As far as I know, you and I are nothing. Riaz. What do you mean? You are my pawn and I am your master. Issei. Is that what you think? If you didn't know, I stopped being your pawn a long time ago when I don't know, maybe when you started dating that Francis guy. Or when Akeno had relations with that Frank guy. Those mentioned were surprised and scared because Issei knew it and that was not good at all. Issei. Oh when was Kaneko dating that boy of 2? What was his name? Oh yes his name was Richard Wright. And what about the one with whom Zenobia was having relations? I think it was Ben. Or was it Maykal? Oh no, that belonged to Arena and let's not even talk about the others Saji, are we leaving? Saji. Of course, and Ruruko and Momo, don't even bother looking for us, okay. Bye Kaichu. Then the wall is destroyed by a damn military vehicle driven by Azazel. Azazel. Get in or the police will catch us. Issei. What a mess you made now getting into the vehicle with Saji. Azazel. Where do you think I got this baby from? Saji. You're an idiot getting on too. They then start the vehicle and leave the Haidu residence, only for official vehicles and reporters' helicopters to appear following the Three Stooges XD. Riaz. What the hell? On another side. Bali was seen in a black classic car with Arthur and Biku, fleeing from the police with an orange Toyota, in which Razor and Auden were. Bali bucking mother Azazel. Auden. Hey Brad, do you know why divorces are so expensive? Razor. No why? Auden, because they are worth it. He said it while throwing a Molotov cocktail at the police. If you saw the Dukes of Hazzard you will understand the reference haha. Razor Ahahaja takes a radio lolacanero here breaks asses we are heading to the bridge I repeat we are heading to the bridge over. Azazel. On the other side of the radio very well, break asses, we are close. Issei. Hear the man what the hell is going on there changed. Ali. Hear the ass lover, the bucking Biku and Azazel brought us to the police, how is everything going there, man? Change. Issei. Same as with this idiot, but they're shooting at us and change. Biku. Hear the banana tree doesn't have a turret, do they? Change. Issei na really don't tell me he doesn't have bullets, idiot, change. What will happen to our favorite idiots? Will Issei manage to put Kuroka in a wheelchair? Will Azazel stop being an idiot? Will Saji stop being retarded? Saji. Hey. Living the life. The brown-haired man was seen driving a black sports car on the roads to New York and on top of him was a black-haired girl with a stunning body, kissing him passionately. Kuroka. Didn't you want to go to Brazil? Issei. We will someday. They both smiled to kiss each other again. Somewhere else. The blonde-haired man and a red-haired man were seen wearing white suits in a casino. Riser. Don't be an idiot, who would bet $10,000 on red? Zeoticus. Well, we bet on black. Riser. Let's go 20,000 to the black. Casino player. No more bets. Then the ball bounces and bounces to fall into the elsewhere. Once again D. The red-haired man was seen fixing a car in a workshop and then a luxury car appeared in front of it with a blonde-haired man with black locks coming out. Surzich. Hey Azazel, nice car. Azazel. Thanks, I made an offer to a collector in Cuba that he couldn't refuse, so this was your dream? Surzich. That's right, does the candy come with the car or did you pay for it? Azazel. Don't be an idiot, hello says hello to the girl, there are only 4 Ferrers like this in the whole world and I have the only one in the Western Hemisphere, come on let's go see Issei at the house. Surzich. Okay, I'll drive. Azazel. That's it. Points to the old car. Surzich. No, that's it. At that point he points outside to where a black Ferrari, the same as Azazel's same color, parks next to it and 2 women get out. Azazel. Brother, don't make things up. Surzich. Now it seems there are 2 Ferrers like this in the Western Hemisphere. Azazel. I'll tell you this, we will always shine together brother, get ready we're leaving. 3 hours later. All of our protagonists' friends were seen in the back of a somewhat old house at a table. Michael. Take care, you're going to burn it. Ali. It's not going to burn. Azazel. You cook horribly. Surzich. Hey Issei, aren't you going to Brazil? Issei. We already had an intense night there so it won't be necessary. Kuroka slaps him. Kuroka Naya this is here. Auden. Hahaha you won the lottery. Issei literally. At that point they serve the food and Azazel sits down and grabs a fork and knife to eat. Issei. He started first it's his turn to give the prayer. Surzich. Yes, it's true. Michael. It's true. Azazel. Curse. Azazel. Lord, even if you are dead, thank you for giving us this, a family, your protection, hexy women, but most of all thank you for the fast cars. Zeoticus amen. Surzich amen. Michael amen. Auden amen. Razor amen. Ali amen. Kuroka amen. Issei amen. Azazel amen. Calling 2 friends. We could enjoy in a plane with 4 people who were Issei, Kuroka, Kiba and Gasper. Kiba. And what will you do now, Issei? Issei. Simple, I throw them out of my house, burn their things and have my house back. Kuroka. How would you do that Ice Kanaya? Gasper. Kuroka is right, you know they are very stubborn. Issei. Calm down, I already have it fixed call someone. Hi who is this? Issei. Rock, we need you and stop lifting weights, you're already well torn. Roka. Issei, how is everything going? I haven't heard from you for months. Issei. Haha and well I'm returning to Japan. Rock. Japan I've always wanted to go there, I heard it's beautiful, and let me guess, are you going home to Kuo? Issei. It's not that the boar and her entourage of boars are there and well, I'm going to build a house in the mountains. I was asking you if you wanted to come. Broka. Of course I'll go today and arrive tomorrow. Issei. Okay, bye hangs up ready. Asper. Spy is missing. Dibba. It's true. Issei. Okay dials a number. Then another side. It looked like a kind of old western town, and in an office there was a person with a mask sitting in a luxury chair, reading a book and drinking tea. Spy. Aha what beautiful memories. At that moment a cell phone starts ringing next to him. Spy answers the call. Hello, who is it? Issei. I'm your worst nightmare, haha. Spy. Haha, hello Issei, how are you? Story 3. What if Issei was betrayed and becomes Goku Black? Advance. The chestnut could be seen lying on the wet grass with blood in a dark forest without his left arm, with several holes in his body and a scar on his face, crawling with his little strength, but he saw ahead about 2 silhouettes looking at him. Look at that, a dirty human, why don't we end his poor life? It doesn't seem bad to me, after all we are doing this human a favor. Any last words? Humans stink. When he said that, he released a pink aura for a second that immediately disappeared, but the two beings realized that. Did you feel that? It's like our energy, you know. After that unwanted incident we know that we alone won't be able to carry out our plan. What do you think? Immortal helping us. Even though the idea disgusts me, it doesn't sound bad to have some good support. Black, take it and let's get out of here. We still haven't recovered from all the damage they caused us. Black. Okay, let's go, boy. At that the man took him as a sack of potatoes and both began to rise without wings. Far from there. Did you feel that? Yes, but it was a very giant Kai, and at the same time it was divine Kai. This doesn't give me a good feeling. This is bad. Who would have such power? There is no one who can use Kai besides us. We will see tomorrow what that was. Chapter 1. The true face of your acquaintances. Darkness, that was what could be seen in a kind of quite old dungeon, but there were several chains on the walls, and they all went to one person, a brown-haired man of apparently 17 years old, with average muscles and a huge scar in the area of his stomach that looked a little old. All over his body there were cuts, burns and the occasional hole in his body. This was Haidu Issei, current ex-Ekariety and pillar of the factions, but why is someone so loved, so adored and so respected by the biblical factions, even the others, in a dungeon? That's easy to answer. Let's go back a few months. 10 hours before. The brown-haired boy could be seen in a completely destroyed area, more like an ancient coliseum, several demons, angels and fallen looking at him with contempt. Why? Easy in front of him was a young man somewhat taller than him with dark blue hair and light blue eyes with a sword in his hand looking at him with an arrogant smile. Hunt. I told you, kid, you can't beat me. You're a disgrace to have the title of Dragon Emperor. That's up to me. Issei. Drake, give me more power. Drake. For what? So you can keep humiliating me? Oh no, boy, I'm sick of you. You should have died so I could have another carrier. Issei. What? Hunt. It's time to end this. At that moment he gave a horizontal cut in the air with his sword, revealing how a blade-shaped light appeared in front of him, which quickly went towards the brown-haired boy who received it, losing his left arm. 3 hours later. The chained brown-haired man could be seen looking angrily at all his companions and his girls, while being with that Hunt, which had the boosted gear on his left arm. Issei. Bastards. Hunt. What's wrong, Issei? Don't tell me you're jealous that I have all this. Issei. Why be jealous of an idiot with some easy hitches? Surzich. Silence, trash. Riaz, could you do us the honor? Riaz. Of course, brother. And that Riaz raises her hand releasing a red glow. That scream came from Issei, who was having his pawn pieces extracted in a painful way, since there are 2 ways. The first is one's own freedom, making the master take away their pieces without any pain and being free. The other is exile, making the master banish his piece in a painful way, so that it suffers its exile. 20 minutes later. The bleeding Issei could be seen, completely weak in the eyes of the entire underworld, who looked at him with a look full of hatred and arrogance. Issei. Don't give up, stay sane, I hate them, they deserve to have a little justice, don't fall into the madness, stay with your sanity with your justice. Then he falls unconscious with nothing to do, he is alone with his justice. 4 hours later. In a dungeon was our favorite chestnut looking at the ground, looking at his reflection in his blood, revealing a huge scar on his face because of Hunt, his black hair for unknown reasons and his eyes also black, but in that the sound of accelerated steps was heard. He raised his gaze a little to see a young woman, with great attributes, white hair with grey eyes and pale skin. This was Gryphia, Surzich's wife, who ran quickly towards him with some keys in her hand. Issei. What are you doing? Gryphia. Freeing you don't deserve this, Issei. Issei. Why do you do it? Gryphia. Because I love you, Issei, I loved you since I saw how you sacrificed your own arm for that red-haired hitch. You always fought for your loved ones, and you don't deserve this treatment. And that when I finished releasing it, Issei lunged at her and kissed her. Gryphia surprised reciprocated the kiss, but then that kiss changed to a more lustful one. Issei. Thank you. Gryphia. Now leave the underworld, here is your ticket to leave the underworld and don't worry, they won't come here in 1 week, by then the trail of magic will have disappeared and not even those Nekomatas will be able to trace the magic. Issei. Thanks Gryphia, I promise I'll come back for you and when I do you'll be mine. When he said that he kissed her passionately again and she gladly reciprocated. Gryphia. I will be happy to wait for you, my Issei. Issei. Don't forget me. Then a magic circle appeared beneath him that transported him to another place, his house. Gryphia. I will never do it, my body will be waiting for you day and night and my heart will never forget you. Hi to Issei. Hi to residence. It was almost 9 p.m, he appeared near the residence and decided to go quickly, even with his wounds he approached to see how his parents were burning their things, he approached to listen to what they were saying. Boru. We won't worry about that bastard anymore, it's good that Surzich took care of him. Aika. You're right, he was a good-for-nothing pervert, I'm glad he's locked up. Hearing all that, Issei began to shed tears. Issei. Bastards, they deserve death. When he said that he walked away from his house, but he forgot that he was wounded and still bleeding. He continued walking until he reached the park where it all began. He looked at all the people who were there and they looked at him with disgust, seriousness or fear for some reason, seeing that reaction made him feel a strange sensation, as if he were happy, delighted or excited to see that reaction, sadistic or whatever it's called on, but no one approached him. They called the police who were nearby and went to see him and handcuff him, but even though he was injured he ran away. He continued running and saw Murayama and Kadis chatting on the street. He approached them to ask for help, but when they saw him, they changed their expression to a cold and hateful one. Mura. Look, that perverted beast Kuo, and how injured he is, how about we teach him a lesson now that we don't have those wooden katanas. Hada. I think it's a good idea, no one will miss him. In that, both of them took out 2 real katanas and launched themselves at Issei, who could not react in time and received thousands of wounds. He managed to avoid them as best he could due to one of his carelessness when using katanas and ran to the house of his best friends. Issei. Please open up. Motohama. No Issei, we're busy watching Oppai. Mitsuda. Come back later. Issei. But. Mitsuda. Later. Issei. Bastards. With what little energy he had left, he walked into the forest, reaching a hill and falling to the ground because he had no more strength. Poor our favorite chestnut tree. Which was lying in the wet grass with blood in a dark forest without his left arm, with several holes in his body and a scar on his face, crawling with his little strength, but he saw ahead of him about 2 silhouettes looking at him. Look at that, a dirty human, why don't we end his poor life? It doesn't seem bad to me, after all we are doing this human a favor. Any last words? Issei. Humans stink. When he said that he released a pink aura for a second that immediately disappeared, but the 2 beings realized that. Did you feel that? It's like our energy, you know, since that unwanted incident we know that we alone will not be able to carry out our plan. What do you think? Immortal helping us. Even though the idea disgusts me, it doesn't sound bad to have some good support. Black, take it and let's get out of here, we still haven't recovered from all the damage they caused us. Black. Okay, let's go, boy. At that the man took him as a sack of potatoes and both began to rise without wings. Far from there. Did you feel that? Yes, but it was a very giant Kai and at the same time it was divine Kai. This doesn't give me a good feeling. This is bad, who would have such power? There is no one who can use Kai besides us. We will see tomorrow what that was. Hello, I'm damn, that aura was gigantic. I hope Kamisama answers that question for us. Tap 2. A vigilante makes his presence felt. Somewhere on Earth. 2 years after the death of the Sekiraiite. We can see how an entire city was burning in flames, the rubble of what were once great buildings, shops reduced to nothing, streets completely destroyed, as well as vehicles on fire and some buildings still standing. But let's focus on the northern part of the city, which was where one or another distant explosion could be heard. North of. We can see how 3 figures were fighting aggressively. 2 of them were covered by a golden aura, making them shine as if they were stars in the darkest night. While the other was a normal person, or at least that's what you would think if she wasn't floating and dodging the blows of the 2 children. Child. Damn it, you will pay for what you did. Girl. Stay still, damn it. Issei. Haha, how weak, they can barely fight me in my base state. I imagined them stronger, but it seems like these idiots don't even know how to train them. Child, shut up. The fight, if you could call it that, continued for about 5 minutes until the boy moved away a little and put his hands next to his waist. Child, Kamehameha. A huge torrent of celestial Kai hit Issei directly, who didn't even cover himself. The girl moved away when she saw what her brother was doing, expecting the attack that her master had taught her. She thought that would be enough to have hurt him. Girl. Do you think that hurt him? Child. He didn't cover himself, he was very confident and it was his downfall. Come on, we have to see if he's still alive. Literally everything that was left of the city began to shake and the remains of buildings were barely standing. Suddenly the sky began to cloud over and lightning began to fall in the distance. Some fell close to them, but not too much. They saw how a strong pink aura appeared. It was more than clear that it was Issei, but he didn't have a single scratch, not a measly scratch. Issei. I must admit that was a good attack. If I had not released a part of my aura I would have hurt myself, but unfortunately I am not finished with you yet. Child. Damn, my attack couldn't even do anything to him and I used almost all my power. We're lost. Girl. Jim, don't say that we can beat him, we just have to attack him with everything. In case you're wondering, I don't know what the correct name for a Saiyan should be, so for now they'll be called that. I'd like you to send me suggestions. Jim. Luz, think carefully, we attack him with everything, even with phase 2 and nothing, we only have to flee. Light. But how? Jim. I don't know. But in that. Suddenly a blinding glow appeared in the middle of the fighters, the children covered themselves in time, but Issei ended up being blinded. Issei. Ah damn them, they won't escape. He threw a black and green sphere towards where the children should be, but he no longer felt any Kai near him. When he regained his vision, he saw everywhere that there was no trace of the children. Issei. Damn, they escaped, but it won't do them any good to keep escaping, they're just avoiding the inevitable. He took one last look at the ruined city before launching one last attack on what would be the center of it, generating a huge explosion, destroying most of the few destroyed buildings, and flew away from there at high speed. Far from the city. Both children could be seen lying on a solid concrete floor, being surrounded by a strange yellow-orange light, which came from the hands of a green-skinned man with 2 antennas on his head. Mr. Den, be thankful that you are both Saiyans, all the damage you received will help you become stronger. Den turns to see a man of average size, fat, but what stood out most was his skin as black as oil, no offense V, and his red lips, in addition to wearing white pants, a red vest with small dark red decorations, and some gold ribbons on his arms. And. I know Mr. Popo, but there is a risk that they will not survive another encounter against Issei. What's happening here? They both turned to see a tall man, wearing blue and orange clothes, 2 gold earrings in his ears, looking at them seriously, but with a smile. Popo. Mr. Vegetto, both managed to save themselves thanks to Mr. Gogeta. Vegetto? Really? And where is it? From? Well, he's eating. Vegetto looked to the side as a man in a vest was eating as if he had never done so before. Vegetto? Seriously? Are you eating in phase 4 again? Vegeta. You know having a tail is very effective, takes his soda. Vegetto. I still don't understand why we don't have a queue without being in phase 4. Vegeta. Neither do I, but let me eat. Vegetto. Give me Ami too. Vegeta. Get your own burgers. Issei info. Name. Issei. Race. Saiyan, I already explained why. Age. 18 years. Special ability. Gain triple power when healing from mortal wounds, allowing him to be more powerful in his training and learn his enemy's fighting style, as long as he does not transform or increase his power. Info. Issei was betrayed and left aside, meeting the only beings who share his ideals, before he was human, but thanks to Zamasu and Black, they turned him into a Saiyajin with the Super Dragon Balls. He also acquired 2 Pathalas, I don't know if it's written like that, but he only uses one in case he is forced to fuse. Becoming a Saiyajin allowed him to get the phases of the Super Saiyajins and perfected them, making them super powerful X. If Issei were to fight against Goku in SSJ God, he could beat him, but if he uses the SSJ Blue Kaioken he would be in trouble. Also remember that would be the result with the power of Goku from the Black Saga. Later on it would obviously be difficult for him to beat Goku transformed. Enemies. Jim and Luz, 2 young Saiyans, disciples of 2 super powerful warriors who train them to face Issei and prevent the end of all living beings in the world. Skills. Kamehameha, feeling Kai even when someone is trying to hide it, Planetary Destroyer, Kai Blade, Teleportation. Objective. Save Grafia Lucifuge from the Grimoires, purify the world and use the Super Dragon Balls to rebuild it from scratch. And well, that would be the main information about Issei, then Black will follow, since obviously I will add several different things to what we already know, then Zamasu, Jim, Luz, Vegetto and Gogeta. Story 4. What if Issei was betrayed and becomes Lucifer Morningstar? Prologue. I am Lucifer. The brown-haired man was seen in a dark space with his left arm burned and his hair somewhat black. Issei. Is this what awaited me after death? Darkness. Don't be so sure, kid. Issei. Who's there? Hey, calm down, okay. Damn, you look like Dad when I made him angry. Issei. Father. Who are you and where are you? Your boy. In it you see a black-haired man with a shaved goatee, black eyes and an elegant black suit. You could say he is about 24 years old. Issei. Who are you and where am I? Well, my name is Lucy. Issei. Lights. Lucifer. Although you may know me as Lucifer, the demon who fought against God. Issei. Are you the original Mao Lucifer? Lucifer. Heavens no, that wasn't me. Issei. How? Lucifer. You see, the Lucifer you know was an artificial creation for Mao. The real battle was fought when some angels joined us to overthrow God, that is, Father. Issei. What do you mean? Lucifer. You see, the original Maos do not exist, the faction war did not exist either, we are all angels who changed their wings and attitudes in favor. Of course God was the son of Elohim, the original God. I fought against him with my mother and Amadiel with some angels, but we could not break the gates of heaven. Then he died and his place was taken by his original son, and well you already know the rest, the death of God, peace, all that is why God was called Elohim. Issei. I see, but why are you here? Lucy. You see, I came to bring you back to life because you can't just die like that, okay? Issei. Okay, but what will I do? My parents are dead, my two best friends too, I have nothing in Kuo. Lucy. Who said you would go to Japan again? Issei. Huh? Lights will go on New York. Issei. What? CAP1 they are looking for me and a little notice. 2 years later. 2 years have passed since the factions killed Haidu Issei the security, but after 5 months they realized that he did not betray them. They have been looking for him all over Japan, faction and literally the whole world, but let's sit on a chestnut riding a damn sports car. Issei. Hey DJ, play the music you like, there's no need to waste time, let him like it, dance with me, only with me haha, that bastard was right, the music is good, but okay, I've arrived. I turned off the radio, began to slow down and stopped in front of a very modern building to get out of my car and start walking inside the building to see that there were a lot of people partying, drugs, bores, beer and many more things. He continued walking to an elevator in which he entered and pressed the button for the last floor so that it would start moving quickly, but he didn't even notice when the elevator stopped the doors opened and a very luxurious place was seen with a minibar, a piano, a chandelier. A stove or whatever they call it in your country, fireplace, bonfire, whatever. He continued walking to a room that when he grabbed the knob it fell, showing a room technically destroyed, scratch marks, destroyed sheets and furniture, but you could see the bed that was the only thing that was not so destroyed, but there were 5 people, 1 retreat and 4 black-haired girls sleeping. Issei. Are you serious? First 2 girls, then 1 in each room, and now 4 girls. If you try to be a missionary, I'll give you classes. Do you want to drag? Drag. Shut up and help me get up, I can't do it alone. Issei. Haha, now you know what I felt before. Bragan. Jadit. Time. 12:15. Breg was seen having a coffee and Issei playing piano. Breg. Is that party at that party girl's mansion over? Issei. Hey, she's not just anyone, at least her name is Yuno. Breg. Why does it remind me of a psychopath we saw in an anime? Issei. I have no booking idea, but if you'll excuse me, I have to go see what mission that idiot Chris has for me now. Breg. Shut up, you enjoyed the last one because you had to steal a booking yacht. Issei. Haha, it was fun, apart from the fact that I saw the rock trotting in slow motion. Breg. Wow, he is someone to be respected. I still remember when the 3 of us took a photo haha. Issei. Yes, hey, next time don't destroy the room you want. Breg. Oh please, you're Lucifer, you fix it with magic, and that's it. Issei. Yes, I know that, but you don't have to be like the stupid demons who trust in magic, remember? Breg. Grrrr is right, but anyway, tell me where you left that false lead now. Issei. I left her in an alley near the theater. Breg. You know, I'm surprised it didn't look here directly. Issei. You know what Amanadiel does well, hiding something other than that they have those cat and dog Yakais to find me, they can be easily deceived. One positive thing I heard you say about me. Issei. Amanadiel, how are you? Amanadiel. Haha, well, hey, how is that going with your female form? Issei. Shut up, because of you I'm going to turn into a woman. Amanadiel. But that helped you kill that Chinese ambassador, right? Issei. Yes, and he almost managed to kill Trump. He made this country go to hell. Amanadiel. Good point, but at least Los Angeles isn't as screwed up as others. Issei. You're right, although you know something strange, a little bit Russian. Amanadiel. Because of the alcohol. Issei. No, for the women. Amanadiel. You do honor to your name, Lucy, the carefree and powerful angel. I think it should be changed to the most party-loving and crazy womanizer. Issei. Shut up, at least I'm good to you. Amanadiel. Yes, of course, and I'm not black. Issei. Hey, don't be racist for God's sake. Emanadiel. Shut up is an expression. Issei. I know, but you saying it is very bad. Emanadiel. Because. Issei. Forget it. Greg. And tell me, Emanadiel, how's everything going with that girl? What was her name? Emanadiel. Her name was Connie, and at least I'm not sleeping with just prostitutes. Greg. Hey, I don't do that. If not, I would already be sleeping with a man. Issei. Haha, you made me remember what happened in Peru when you almost slept with 2 men. Haha. Greg, I was drunk. Emanadiel. Haha, well, I came to tell you something. Issei. Issei. What's wrong, bro? For you to tell me my name you must be very serious. Emanadiel. How can I tell you? I felt the magic of our mother. Issei. What? B, but that's impossible, mom is in hell. Emanadiel. Well, unless it's one of her treasures, I don't know what to do if she really is a mother. Issei. Well, if he's on Earth, it's for something very serious. Emanadiel. Maybe he'll look for us, he'll look for you. Issei. You're right, maybe he wants to attack the sky again, I don't know. Emanadiel. Well, I hope it's not that mother is here, because if she is, father will realize this and send an angel to take her away again. Issei. As long as we don't run into one of our brothers or mother, we'll be fine. Emanadiel. You're right, well, I'm leaving. I have to go see Roxanne. Issei. Ah, they Bitsu, you and that demon are already. Emanadiel. Don't you dare say it. Greg, haha, you really slept with a demon? I thought your angel pride would stop you. Emanadiel. Well, but since I love her. Issei. And I'm very happy for you, but well, I have to do something, so goodbye, brother. Emanadiel. Goodbye to the light. What will happen to Issei? How's Drake a human and is outside of the boosted gear? And most importantly, what did they mean by one of their treasures? Adios. CAP2 asking father for help. Two people were seen face to face in a kind of aerodrome, but one of them was the biggest womanizer of all. Issei. So you tried to steal my brother's sword, and not only that, but you also hurt Emanadiel. Do you know what will happen now? Ah, yes, but I have a question for you. How is that girl who accompanied you? Issei. You are a son of a hitch. His eyes turned blood red, and he gave him a powerful blow to the neck. Ah. She kicked him in the leg, punched him in the face, and threw him away with another kick to the stomach. Shit, he's really angry. But then some shots were heard, and something hit his leg to see that they were a couple of barrels. Greg. Do you think we'll let you go so easily, Luck? I was counting on that, but even if you kill me, you will never be able to stop me. I have your coin, where is it? He started to check all the pockets of his clothes. Issei. You idiot. Luck, what? Issei. Were you looking for this? Showing a coin with a hell star. Luck. Like. Issei. It turns out that someone gave it to me, and well, it's time to say goodbye. Luck, damn son of a hitch. At that, Drake shot up at a support, dropping some wooden boxes, and Issei snapped his fingers, setting them on fire. Issei. Drake. You live in hell instead. But a noise of something falling was heard, showing a very injured young blonde girl who fell to the ground dead. Issei. What? No. Drake. Damn. Issei. Please don't die, father, do me this favor and let me go for his soul, please, I'll do anything. Issei closed his eyes. When he opened them, he saw that he was in another rather strange place, which seemed to be made of ice, so he walked to a kind of mirror which he touched, and when he opened his eyes again he was in the aerodrome, and the girl was healthy. Issei. God, you scared me, Yuli. But a letter appears on his chest. He picks it up and sees that it said, I will see you soon, my son. Issei. I must tell Emanadiel. Greg. I'm right if what the letter says is true then. Issei. It won't be long before the factions find me if they feel their energy. CAP3 fight with my brother. 4 years before the appearance of his mother in the human world. CHAP1. Let me see your sword. Why? Just let me see your back. At that point the girl lifts up her blouse, along with the shirt, showing him her almost naked body, turning around showing her back. There is nothing. You see? Look, Issei, I don't know what happened in your past for you to have those scars on your back, but you have to stop being paranoid, for God's sake. Issei. I'm sorry, it's just that I just wanted to check one thing. Well, whatever it is, you already verified it. Issei. Yes, look at how late it is. Well, see you tomorrow, detective. Leaving the house. Yes, but Ash, what's wrong with him? Ever since we found that white feather at the crime scene, he's been acting weird. Club Morningstar. Issei was seen drinking whiskey in his minibar, but in that. So you wanted to play dirty little brother? Issei. Haha, look who's talking, bro, tell me, is the detective perhaps a pawn of yours? That you sent me to kill me and return me to hell? I do not know what you are talking about. Issei. Oh please Emanadiel, you sent the detective to kill me. Emanadiel. Please please Lucy, do you really think that what happened to you is my fault? In fact, you played with me, you sent that demon to kill me. Issei. And that's why you are in Ojijoho. Don't tell me that the great holy and powerful angel Amanadiel fell in love with a demon. At that point, Amanadiel launched himself at Issei, grabbed him by the collar of his suit and threw him against a glass table. Amanadiel. You should not have done that, preparing to hit Issei. When I'm done with you, I'll go back to the air and throwing the punch at his face. Issei. And what? Stopping the blow. Do you really think you can return to heaven after sleeping with a demon? Hitting her face. I thought so. At that point Issei lunges at Amanadiel and begins to punch him in the face several times, then he throws him against a minibar drink shelf and they are about to continue fighting until it just is. They both stop and look to see who the voice was from. I was a pawn of both of you in this, so if you want to kill each other, he said, leaving two karambits on an intact glass table and going towards the elevator. Issei and Amanadiel were looking at the karambit. Issei. This has gone too far, don't you think? Amanadiel. You're right, I'll leave. Goes to the balcony and takes out his wings. Issei. Looks at his destroyed minibar. Oh great, now what do I drink? And Issei Morningstar is back. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want the next part. Also check out my other video that has been shown and left. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video please like and share this video. And have a fantastic day. Bye.